Have you ever sat in your car or in bed at night and thought to yourself, why does this keep happening to me? I'm so sorry to tell you, sis, it's because of you. This is why it keeps happening to you. Not necessarily that you're a bad person or that something's wrong with you or you're flawed for forever. It's a wiring, it's a programming. It's how you were talked to as a child. It's the environment that you were raised in. It's most importantly, how you saw your parents accept and receive relationships and treatment. Because what they allowed, what was reaffirmed, what was shown to you as fact was messy. And so you've taken on that programming, you've taken on that mindset, you've taken on that pattern behavior, and you've made it your own. And you're carrying around the lineage of those before you because I'm sure your parents act a certain way because their parents acted a certain way. And their parents acted a certain way. So it's like an ancestral lineage. And until you raise your hand and say, stop, I need to make changes, things will just keep repeating themselves. The same lessons, I believe, the universe brings you lessons. The same lessons will rear their head in your space, either with your work. You're gonna have a coworker that just like it's nails on a chalkboard, or you're gonna have a boss, that's more common. You're gonna have a sister-in-law, a mother-in-law, a someone, even it could be your parents, you know, that just is like nails on a chalkboard for you, and they're a test. They are I believe, program for you to break free from. It's like the universe is like, did they learn enough last time? Like, have they grown? Have they figured out how to evolve to the next level? Because personally, I have no proof or fact of this. I believe that this whole game, this whole human existence is a game. I think that we incarnate. I believe, this is my personal opinion. Please let me know in the comments if you agree with this or disagree with this. I would love to hear how many of you on this channel disagree or agree with this. But I think that we choose our parents. I think when we are in the heavens, in the ether, or whatever, we say, you know what, this round, I want to practice this. I want to focus on this. I want to heal this. I want to learn more about this. I want to have the experience of a human in this vessel. And so you get that. And I believe that people that are given certain positive attributes are given those because that's the purpose that they came in to do. Like really, really, really smart brain people are here to make changes. They're here to build things. They're here to design things. They're here to lead. They're here to be like a spokesperson for like what we can evolve into. And I think people with a voice like myself were created to speak and share the wisdom and motivate and inspire and help to heal or encourage those that may not feel they have the right encouragement based on their upbringing. Here's something that I think will really get to you, okay? Your subconscious mind is your assistant. It is very loyal to giving you what you want, but it's also very lazy in trying to strategize alternates or backups or maybe better ways, like to get somewhere. It doesn't care if you're happy. It cares that you're in a familiarity, okay? It cares that you know your surroundings. Oh, we've been in this haunted house before. Don't worry about the clowns. We've been here before. We know what this feels like. Okay, well, let's just stay here and hang out with the people wielding knives around the room and this scary clown masks and whatever. Like, hey, we've been here. It's okay. No, no. We want better for you. And so when you go to the castle in the sky and there's like horses galloping around and like endless tables of food, you're so uncomfortable. Your subconscious mind is like, this can't be real. This is fake. This doesn't really happen. We gotta get out of here. This is a sham. These people are tricking us. This isn't real. We would set this house on fire so nobody else gets contaminated by this fake beauty. Can you see? Can you see? Because I know, highly likely, I don't know for sure, highly likely that if you are watching these videos, if you're watching my channel, you have a history of self-sabotaging relationships, dating dumpster fires, narcissistic people in your life, because that's what I've had. And I tend to attract clients, viewers that are like myself. So I'm gonna guess 10 out of 10 that you have had a situation where you found a beautiful partner and you're dating, and after like 2-3 dates, you're like, they can't actually like me. Now, maybe subconsciously you're not saying that to yourself, but like you just feel this like rush or this like anxiety or panic that like this there has to be some sort of trick involved in this, or they must be pretending or something. And so you do or say things to push the person away. Could be a job opportunity, could be a friendship. I wanted to let you know that I've lived this life and I want to help you get out of it. Because when I was in it, nobody could really get me out of it because I didn't really have a community. I didn't have parents, and the friends that I had collected were also dumpster fires. They were equally as deranged as myself, as anxious, as dumpster fire as myself, which is why we were dating dumpster fires. We were acting like dumpster fires because we felt like a dumpster fire. The level of self-love that we felt was like 20%. You know, when your cell phone gets to like 20%, it starts going slower. That was how I was operating, and my friends. And you become a product of who you hang around. So if you're friends, yes, in the moment, it feels so exhilarating to have someone that can connect with you that's had ancestral lineage trauma and depressing relationships and being treated poorly by bosses and colleagues. Like, it's so connective. It's like, oh, you get me. But when those are your universe, you get stuck in that spiral. You like get on a hamster wheel of repeating the same things, the same tests from uni. And I want to help pull you out of that. I want to wake you up. Let's stop that. I don't want you to do that anymore. I really, when I was at my lowest low, reached out to YouTube and found videos about myself and problems that I had had, and I looked to people to talk about how they had similar situations and how they handled it to kind of help me climb out of it. Because highly likely, if you have a problem with relationships or self-love, your parents also had the same problem, or they were a narcissist, which narcissists do have problems with self-love. They don't love themselves, so they have to take from you to love themselves. Yeah. So here we all are as adult humans, even, you know, children, all humans. We're bumbling around this planet, this video game, and we aren't loving ourselves. It's heartbreaking when you think about it, right? Like, all anybody ever wants is love and to be heard. It breaks my heart that, like, I feel like every single one of us on this planet at some point of every day, of every week, of every month feels disappointment in themselves, feels less than, feels incapable. And I do blame social media. I think the social media, like, fake reality has just really put a lot of pressure on us unnecessarily. And I just think that our mental space can't maintain this. We can't. I mean, with Instagram, I open the app, it's never anybody I know. The only time I see someone I know is when I look at the stories, because my entire feed is strangers. It's like the algorithm has set it up in such a place where it's not real, which we've known for years, but it's not really your people, it's not your community. And so you're being inundated with people that are like doing things better or smarter. And yes, it's supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be a place where like you can learn like how to cook this like recipe, or how to fix your mindset, or to like wake up to this kind of subconscious stuff. There are people like me, but if that's not what you're searching for, and if that's not what you're feeding the algorithm, that's not what you're getting. And you're probably getting political stuff, or just like inundated with things that aren't great. They aren't restorative, they aren't healing, they aren't helpful, they aren't gonna make you feel whole. I kept attracting the same man in a different body. I kept attracting the same crappy friend in a different body. I didn't have that issue with money, because after I got fired by my dad after 14 years and moved to Chicago and got certified as a hypnotherapist and then licensed as a real estate agent a few months later, my life took off and it changed. But I believed in myself financially. And 10 years later, I'm finally believing in myself romantically. I'm finally believing in myself as a friend. And I think because that involves interrelationships and conversations that I have felt uncomfortable to have. That's changing, and it's an eclipse season. There was an eclipse on the 7th, September 7th. Today is the 10th, so it's after the 9/9 portal. There's still time for you to utilize this energy. We're gonna have another eclipse on the 21st. So between the 7th and the 21st is a really good time for you to work on release. What things in your body, in your mindset, in your patterns, in your behaviors, like what foods are you eating that you know are harming your success with how you wanna look? Work. What boundaries do you need to set? What resumes do you need to send out? What conversations do you need to have with people in your office? What is it that you signed up for mentally or emotionally or spiritually years ago that hasn't happened and just doesn't feel like it's ever gonna happen, and you don't intuitively want it to happen? Get rid of it. I want you to write it down. I want you to write it out. Like, here's an example. I affirm that I will release, starting today, starting now, I will release the block that I can't earn $100,000 a year. I will release the block that I just will never have a quality relationship. I will release, it could be about your kids. It could be about like dealing with an ex, like that you have kids with. There's just so many things that we could release right now. And this is like prime petri dish, incubation, integration time for all of this. So I'm really encouraging you to write it out, to clear it out, to move it through and release. Because I think this year, 2025, astrologically, as I mentioned in videos prior, is intentionally supposed to be a human species reboot. Governments are falling apart. Hollywood is falling apart. All the things that we use to hold up the version of life are crumbling. And we have the opportunity to start new. And I know this is going to be like triggering for some people, but I'm very ignorant to the news. I don't have cable. I just set up a TV this week because I'm fasting and I knew I would be low energy and just want to like veg out. I haven't had a TV for 3 months. And prior to that, for 4 months, I traveled South America and nothing was in English. So I have like literally not looked at a television since before the election. And that's on purpose because I understand this is going to be, people aren't going to like this. It's a video game. And no matter what I do to pick it or to voice my opinion, highly unlikely that Trump is going to change his opinion on what I feel needs to happen right now. Or my alderman or my mayor don't like those people either. So I've become ignorant. I have pulled back and realized that the number one thing that I need to do is control myself, work on myself, heal myself, increase my self-love. Once that's at 100% capacity, then I have room to share. And I think the problem is 99.9999999 people are running around at less than 100% with themselves. There, I said it. We are running, self included, we are running around, I could cry, at less than 100% because we don't feel heard, we don't feel loved, and we don't feel seen. Because all any of us ever want are those three things. And the whole point of this channel is to motivate and inspire you to reach your higher and better self, live the ultimate life so that on your deathbed you're like, fuck yeah, I did that shit right. I really want you to say that on your deathbed, because my brother lost his life at 35 years old, swimming in a lake, drunk, sad about his mother's death, and I had to call 911, and I had to call his father to say, oh, your son drowned on the same day as your wife 2 years ago, the same day. So to me, this game is a game. And I've understood now that I'm not in control of the rules. I constantly am saying, Jesus, take the wheel. And I just kind of sit back and laugh. And when an opportunity or a partner or a client or money just evaporates from my life, I literally have trained myself to just laugh and go, oh. And I look up, literally look up, and I go, I guess you have something better for me. I guess you have something better aligned for me. Because the universe didn't come to play dirty. The universe didn't come to like fuck with you. They're not like, come on, let's go. Come on, let's box. Like the uni doesn't do that. The uni is your cheerleader. They're your fan. They're like rooting for you, just like me. So just want to give you a little pep talk, a little nudgy nudge, you know, like you're your creator. Focus on yourself, heal yourself, get yourself to 100%, and then worry about everybody else. Then worry about crypto or pesticides or whatever. Like, I love that you care about that, but if you don't care about yourself, you're never gonna get there. You're never gonna get to a place or space where you feel healed, healthy, and whole. And I want that for you on your deathbed. It comes with age, I'm not gonna lie. In my 42, it comes, you know, in your 20s, you're probably like, how is this even possible? 30s, you're like, yeah, I kind of feel it, I kind of sense it, but I'm like getting in and out pockets. I'm sure in my 50s, I'm just gonna like lounge in it. I'm gonna be like, oh, this feels so delicious, because it's the evolution of your soul, right? So, okay, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, please share this video with all your friends. I would love for this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers quickly so that I can monetize this channel as well. And if you're into fashion and me being ridiculous, I have another channel at Lisa Petrick that you can follow as well. So thank you so much for following me on my journey and subscribing. And I feel your love. I'm sending love back to you, and hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye for now, my friends.